Hey, it's me again. It's been a minute, hasn't it? I've had a very busy couple of months. Arrival of a new baby, work, being a bit poorly, everything's going on. But I am back with a new prop, and I'm sure you've not come here to listen to me talk about my woes, so let's get on with it. I decided to make a prop for a Datapad, and this time it's a fully interactive website. It does feature some spoilers from Dead Sons Book 2, so if you are playing through that at the moment and you've not quite got to Book 2, don't watch this video. I don't want any messages from any angry games masters that I spoilt the adventure for you. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to close this down. But now that you've gone, let's get on with the show. So again, all web-based. This is just in Google Chrome. I'll make it full screen, and this is the Datapad. So they get it, providing they are successful with the hack check. They get this screen here, and they're presented with the default menu, the default desktop of the Datapad itself. Now, I like my tech a little bit chunky, so I grew up on things like Alien and Star Wars and some of the earlier Star Trek films, where there were huge chunky buttons and sort of LED flashing, flickering screens and things like that. So for me, I always wanted that route. I can't take credit for the actual artwork of the device here itself. I believe it's from one of the Fallout games. Don't quote me on that, I'm not entirely sure. But I googled just an image searcher of retro computer, and this is one of the things that come up. I've changed it slightly. I put an Abadar icon on it, edited a few bits and pieces here and there. So please, whoever made this, if somebody knows, let me know, and I'll make sure I give them the proper credit they deserve. But aside from that, everything on this screen here is my own creation. You will see that the screen itself is flickering slightly. It's got a few scan lines on, and that's thanks to a special little video background. That's an actual video file, very small, it just loops over and over. And how I tend to run these things is, once the players are successful in their hack, I run a lot of the game using a Windows Surface tablet. Primarily I use that for sounds and for keeping notes and things like that as we play. We do play in person, but I don't know, I'm a creature of habit, and digital was taken over from pen and paper for me, so I always have this tablet on hand. And what I'll do is, once they are successful in the hack, I will pass the tablet to the player. I'll make sure this website's loaded up, and then I'll use the Chromecast and stream it to the TV that I have in the same gaming room, so all the other players can see what the player who's done the hack can see. So they all get to see and will have some input on what's clicked and what happens from there. Now this Datapad, it belongs to an assassin that is sent to kill the players in the Eucalyptus jungle of Castrovel in Book 2. The assassin's name is Salask. She, I believe it's a she, is a Shiran sniper, and when they kill her, they have the ability to go through this Datapad and comb it for clues about what's actually going on. So first things first is we have these messages. The messages here are to and from the leader of the cult group, the leader of that particular cell, whose name's Tahoman. And our game Tahoman is very pious. He's almost like a evangelical sort of TV pastor, and he comes on and he gives lots of sort of rambling, coherent but overly nonsensical speeches about the Great Devourer and how the end times are coming, etc., etc. So this is just communication between Salask and Tahoman, with her just sort of saying she's gone back, tried to kill the Starfinders, was unsuccessful, is falling back to the statue, the Plague Warden or the Stargazer, whatever you want to call it, depending on whose notes you read in the game, and she's going to wait there and try and ambush them again. So it's just messages, just basically confirming all of that. And if you press the little home button, it takes you back here. This little bit I'm quite proud of. This is her credit balance. So obviously in the game, everyone has access to credits and cred sticks, and I thought it'd be cool if you could have her sort of bank balance appear here again, Abadar banking. Her balance is obviously, as you can see, 200,000 credits, and you've got an option here to transfer to cred stick. So the players being greedy are going to click confirm, place the cred stick on the reader. Well, you have to use your imagination for that, because I don't actually have a cred stick, but let's assume they place a cred stick somewhere on the device. They're ready. Transferring funds to cred stick, ready. And that little progress bar fills up. Transfer complete, and you'll see here 0 credits. So that was a cool little bit of code I thought I'd put in. Adds a little bit more of a sense of realness There's a video here which is already on my YouTube channel, so if you're on there you can check that out, but we'll click it nonetheless. It says Salask is a fan of Eoxian death matches, so that's going to play out here, but we won't play through the whole thing. If you want to watch that, just go to my YouTube channel. You can see the whole thing in full there, but it's very over the top celebrity deathmatch style. And finally, there's a map which doesn't actually do a whole lot. I might actually put a little bit more work on this, but it is just a map of the Stargazer, and if you sort of hover over it, it zooms in a little bit, and that's pretty much that. And all of this again takes you back to the home. So hopefully you can use that. I will stick the link to the website in the description, because I said it is just a website. It should work on all devices. So I have on all browsers rather. I have tested it in Firefox, Chrome, and Edge, but it may vary depending on what device you use. I know for certain it won't work on phones, purely because the resolution of the web pages is a lot bigger than the typical phone resolution, but it might work on iPads and Android devices, so you're going to have to test that out for me and let me know. Again, I mostly make this stuff just for my home game, but I like to share it with you guys, and hopefully you get some use out of it too. Alright, talk to you soon.